How should Christians handle conflict? Conflict is a part of life, even in the church. Wherever people serve together, there will be differences, misunderstandings, frustrations. The problem is not conflict. The problem is how we handle it. Jesus gave us a clear instruction in Matthew 18:15. If your brother or sister has something against you, go and point it out just between the two of you. That means go to the person, not about the person, not around the person, not after talking to others. When we don't follow these, problems grow, confusion increases, relationships are damaged. But when we do, clarity improves, trust is strengthened, unity is protected. At Heights SDA Church, we are choosing to follow a simple process. Speak directly, speak respectfully, communicate clearly, if needed, involve pastoral leadership. Because unity is not automatic, it must be protected. Hello everybody, today we will have a conversation about a specific type of behavior that tends to be very destructive within the church organization. We will be speaking about the negative critic or the complainer. When negativity replaces responsibility is the subheading of this presentation. The main objectives is to equip the church to recognize unhealthy criticism, to identify which path they are on, as we're going to describe two different paths, also to correct themselves early if possible. If you can recognize that you are actually leading in these directions, you will be able to correct your behavior. Also to handle others wisely and biblically. This is in the event that you are being confronted with that person with these characteristics. So let us go ahead and start. There is a core message that I want to leave with you, this thought: criticism without responsibility becomes harmful. Criticism without responsibility becomes harmful. Let's see, over the past two Sabbaths, we've learned to go to the person directly. We learned not to receive gossip. And today we're going to address something a little deeper. The attitude where many problems begin, a pattern of criticism and negativity. Let us define the pattern. A negative critic is someone who sees what is wrong, focuses on what is wrong, talks about what is wrong, hardly ever finds anything positive, but does not move towards resolution or appropriate resolution. The problem is not seeing issues. The problem is failing to handle them properly. As we have this discussion, we're going to address two different paths here. Path number one is the passive critic or the complainer. Path number two is the critic, fixer, controller. So let us look at path one first. The passive critic, complainer is negativity without action. I would like for us to ask these questions so that we can do a little reflection here. Which one am I? If I'm one at all, of course. You can also identify some of these behaviors in other people. However, these lessons are not intended for you to start identifying people in the church. This is for general understandings of behavior, not persons. Which one am I? Do I often point out problems? Do I rarely suggest solutions? Do I expect others to fix things? Do I complain more than I act? Then perhaps I'm leaning on the path number one. Now, what is the impact of this behavior? Negative atmosphere is created. Discouraged leaders are the result of people criticizing but not providing solutions or wanting to be part of the solution. Slow progress, of course, and low engagement as well. This is the impact, negative impact in the church. What should I do? Bring concerns directly. Offer solutions. Take ownership and ask, how can I help? This is the balanced approach. The principle here is moving from complaint to contribution. Instead of being somebody who's looking and criticizing everything, you're moving into actually helping things out. Now, the second path is the complete opposite. We're looking at two extremes here. The critic, fixer, controller. Criticism that becomes control. Which one am I? Look at the following questions. Do I feel responsible to fix things? Do I step into areas outside of my role of authority? Do I push for change strongly? Do I feel frustrated with leadership because the things I believe need to be fixed are not being fixed? The key shift in this process for this person is from "this is wrong" to "I will fix it." I'm the one that needs to fix it, and I will fix it no matter what. Everybody better fall on board with me as I fix it. Key behaviors. Fixing without authority. It is not your job, yet you still want to address it and fix it. Fixing without empathy. This is very important because you're not just fixing issues, you're dealing with people. And so many times the controller wants to fix the problem no matter who gets hurt, no matter what happens. Fixing the issue is more important than people. They lacked empathy. Directing others, for example, seeking influence. They seek to place themselves in positions of authority where they can influence everybody to fix the perceived problem. Using criticism to justify control. The reason why I'm doing this is because this is wrong. Impact. It creates confusion in the church. Confusion of authority specifically. It pressures people in the wrong kind of way, and it brings tension and division amongst the people in the church, leadership as well as members. What should I do if I recognize that some of these traits are in my behavior? Respect assigned roles. For example, everybody has a role and they get to do what is according to the role. Submit to structure. There is a structure that we need to follow here. No need for you to jump the structure as if you're the only one that has a solution for a problem. Bring concerns to leadership. Serve, don't control. Leaders are supposed to serve. Even when we're trying to fix problems, we do it through service, not through control. Lead with humility and empathy. Empathy will be a word that will show up again and again and again because we are a church and we need to have empathy. Some people find it very difficult to understand empathy and to even exercise empathy. But this is very important for us to be able to have a balanced approach to all things in the church. Key principle. Seeing a problem does not give you authority. Just because you saw it, you identify it, you might have a solution. That doesn't mean that you have the authority to go ahead and move on it. Why this matters? If not corrected, this could create several problems. For example, path number 1, which is one extreme of no action, it could create a stagnation. Path number 2, control and division. So both weaken the church in different ways and both are harmful to the church. So we have to be careful and we have to deal with both of them. Now, how do we handle each path? Let's say that you are interacting with someone in each one of these different paths. Path number 1, handling the passive critic. Do these. Redirect with questions. For example, have you spoken to the person? Have you spoken to the leader? What solution do you see? How can you help? Can you see anything positive? There are critics that have nothing positive to say or find in any situation. This is a good question to get them thinking. Do you see anything positive at all? Do these as well. Encourage responsibility. Would you be willing to be part of the solution? Keep it constructive. Let's focus on solutions instead. Now, be mindful. This is how you handle the passive critic. The controller does not need these questions, okay? So we need to identify what are we talking about. Do not agree quickly with the critic. Do not join complaint conversations, adding your point of view on top of the fact that he already is bringing negativity. Do not feed negativity. He already is a negative person. He doesn't need more negativity that you could give him. Principle, don't absorb negativity, redirect it. What about handling the fixer-controller path? Do these. First, stay calm. It could be very difficult to deal with the controller when he is addressing you with no authority and in the worst time possible, and you are the leader in charge of the situation. So, stay calm, clarify roles. You can ask questions such as, who is responsible for these? Set boundaries. For example, let's follow the proper process. Or, this should go through leadership. Redirect. Have you spoken to the leader? Is this your or my responsibility? Involve leadership if needed. Remember what I said on the first presentation. Follow the process outlined by the pastor. Direct communication, in this case, an email, will serve very well. Do not yield to pressure. The controller is somebody who exercises and exerts a lot of pressure. Don't yield. If it is your responsibility, if it is your authority, you don't have to surrender it to nobody. Do not join their influence. They're trying to gather troops and support so they can actually fix, quote unquote, whatever is perceived that needs to be fixed through whatever means necessary. Please do not join their influence. Do not support criticism. You do not want to add to the problem. Do not ignore nor the person, the behavior, or what the person is trying to do. Something needs to be done about it. Do not avoid addressing the issue. The issue must be addressed, and there is a recommendation to go directly to the person, state in the email with the characteristics that were given before. How you felt? Did you feel disrespected? Did you feel the person was overstepping their boundaries? And set limits. This is not going to happen again. Do not withdraw. Many leaders who are more quiet and shy want to just leave altogether because they get tired of someone pressuring them, someone who does not have authority or who's doing it at the worst time possible. So please do not withdraw. The church has elected you to be the leader in a certain responsibility area. Do not allow anybody else to step there. That is your job. Principle. We do not respond to control, we reinforce order. There is an order of things and we can follow it. It will resolve issues. It might take longer. It might take too long for the controller, but they will be resolved in a godly manner. Final self-check here before we continue on. Ask yourself these questions. Am I helping or complaining? Am I contributing or controlling? Am I following the process? Am I acting within my role or outside my circle of authority? This is a healthy church response, and I want us to choose to do this today. Responsibility over criticism. Choose responsibility over criticism. Choose solutions over complaints. Choose structure over control. Choose humility and empathy, especially empathy, over influence. Choose unity over personal agendas. Many times, with good intentions, the controller will begin to run a personal agenda and he will begin to create division as he or she attempts to fix whatever was perceived as wrong. Final closing line. In a healthy church, we don't just point out what's wrong. That's the easy thing to do. You can see things that are wrong all the time. But what we want to do is, we don't want to take control to fix it. We take responsibility and follow God's way together. And following God's way together means consensus, working together with others, using empathy and love to plan together, to coordinate together, and to find solutions together within our roles of authority. May the Lord bless you. May you have a wonderful day. Let us continue with the study of the different behaviors that destroy churches.